Short-term characters you wish had been made permanent. Most notably this year could be Jed, the biscuit man who inherited a biscuit empire, and Reese had to stand up to him. Good old Jed. Current one, Malcolm, was a unknown accomplice in the kidnapping of Albie, and he's got his little flat cap. Do you
want to redo the whole fucking intro again? Do you?
No, keep it all
okay.
in. The flat cap and the mustache, and him just being like, "You lads are raw. You're absolutely just raw as fuck. You are dodgy. You're filth. You're filth, mate." I will miss Malcolm now that he's never gonna be seen again, unless he's at the wedding at Christmas, which will be funny.
If he's at the wedding at Christmas, and fucking Keanu's like, Sharon, there was another accomplice in it, Malcolm. And Malcolm's like, mate, I wasn't a part of it.
Fucking hillbillies.
Stands up like that. What you fucking say, Keanu? I'll fucking take you down, mate. I'll fucking batter you. Obviously, Ricky as well. I understand that might be controversial because he was there for a long time. But if we're talking more recent, if he had stayed, I would have loved it. But obviously, he had to go back to Germany.
Yeah, so. I mean, Ricky was on the show for 2 months at the end of last year, and so like a month. But it was a great reintroduction for the character, and I do hope that I hope it's opened the door more for him to come back, because it felt like it was never happening. And it feels like they needed someone to be the Pat, and Ricky just kind of fit that mold. With Janine, but let's get into the Reddit thread. Someone says Dorian, obviously the boxer who was fixing matches. He was trying to get Sharon to move to Abu Dhabi.
Oh no, say it like Sharon, Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, they don't even try. Dorian, a potential hard man who could ruffle a few feathers on the square, and having ongoing feud with Keanu. In an episode last week, Dorian showed a photo of his daughter to Sharon, so there's room for storylines, which forces him to settle down on the square and bring an end to his fixing of boxing matches. Once Dean is chased out the square, Dorian becomes a possible new investor in Beals Eels, and is only too happy to hand out flyers advertising the business, interested in pie, mash, and peas. Dorian, I'm tired of the Eastenders community's obsession for their needing to be a hard man on the show.
Right, I know this might be called wokeism. But can we get a hard woman on the square?
Do it.
I'm going to be called woke now, aren't I? By all the fucking Eastenders fans.
You'll manage.
I'll cry in a bathtub with a toaster.
Not the way I would have taken that one. Personally. Dorian he was interesting enough. They gave him a bit more depth than these characters who don't spend much time on the show get. So it would have been alright. I just think that he was a bit too large of a character that if he had to stay, shit would have to move around, maybe Sharon would actually get with him. You'd have to do a lot of fucking legwork to have him stand. He was interesting enough. I'd let him stay. He was interesting. I didn't mind him. But ultimately, yeah, there's just no. Someone says Emma. Emma's coming back, right? She's definitely coming back.
Yeah, but she's not a permanent character yet, so
it is very true.
I do agree with that.
Yeah, obviously there's a lot of storyline potential for Emma. Now she's no longer having to be a weird mum who's shit at it. Now she's just a selfish, I just want to look after Lexi. That's all I want to do. Obviously, she'll come back probably at Christmas. She'll spend Christmas with Lexi and obviously be around the dinner table I might be pregnant, Phil. Way! Just kidding. Or am I? Hey! Just kidding. No. Fucking great fun. Also, just generally just play a part in Lexi's life. Maybe Ben and Jay have that. I don't think they'll be having that custody battle. I think they would be, the leak suggested. I think if they do, they'll just have some sort of custody battle with, Emma. And maybe that's how Lexi leaves, and then she comes back in a couple years, grown up, and, Oh. And then, yeah. So now just going into the comments, someone says, the doctor that Sharon and Keanu got the news from today needs to be a regular. The look he gave Sharon when she sent Keanu out of the room. Oh my god, lol. Sound nice. I love it.
He is a permanent character.
Someone says it's giving Eric from Sex Education. Lamau. Fucking Zoomers, man. Fucking Zoomers. That's giving Bruce Springsteen vibes. Sound. Who the fuck gets? Isaac was an interesting character. I think it was so rushed how they wrote him off. As Patrick even mentioned him, if he's meant to be his son, was his name even brought up when Lola died? Was he told? I mean, Isaac was, I'm pretty sure he was here for at least a good year or so. I think he left. Yeah, he was there for 2 years. And like, he was there for 2 years. He was Patrick's son that they never knew he had. But he also had this really questionable schizophrenia storyline. And that was when Mr. Pickles was brought in, the rabbit, obviously, most famously Mr. Pickles.
Is he also the kid that got the infamous Ben Mitchell line?
No,
or is that someone else?
No, that's Lucas's son. That's different.
Damn it! I thought it was him. You need slapping down.
No, that was Lucas Johnson. That's entirely different. Yeah, I wouldn't say. I guess he was short-lived in a sense, but he was there for 2 years. He had a couple of duffs. But yeah, the schizophrenia was. I thought he was going to be a trans character, honestly, because the secret. You know what happened last time. You can't tell people about this one. And I'm like, they schizophrenic? I mean, are they trans? No.
We're yet to get a trans character on EastEnders.
I mean, Kyle Slater was there, but yeah. Yeah, it's just one of them things. I don't think that he was worth. Someone saying, although 4 years is still good innings, I wonder what it would be like if Donna Yates was still around, or at least popped back in at some point. Obviously, Donna Yates being Robbie's love interest for a while. I think
she's the one in the wheelchair, isn't she?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry if that sounds offensive to people. That's the only thing I remember from her. She went around in a wheelchair.
She was. And then didn't fucking Robbie be like, oh, "You're my Donna kebab"? And it's
no, I remember this scene so well. I remember watching this scene so well because me and my dad took the piss out of it for weeks. There's an infamous scene where Donnie leaves and Robbie's obviously Donna leaves and like Robbie's very sad. So he goes outside the kebab shop. He goes outside the kebab shop and he starts. He gets on his hands and knees and he starts crying. He goes, no. And he's crying in front of a sign that's just Donner kebab. I know. Famously, Robbie Jackson is hanging out with fucking OnlyFans models in Dubai. What a life he's had.
Yeah. I will say Donna was actually. She was there for 4 years. She deserved to be there. She held her own. She was a fun character. Good funny scenes. Yeah, I'd happily see her be brought back.
She was also. I think she was also on one of Peter Kay's TV shows, Paddy and Max's Road to Nowhere. I believe she was on that. She was, I believe, one of the people's relationships.
She was Tina, apparently.
Yeah, she was Tina.
Yeah, no, I thought she was good fun though. But I mean, apparently she left on her own accord, so ultimately fair enough. Would be fun to see her back. She was a fun character to be around. She had a fun dynamic with Ben and Jay, because it was like the house that they lived in was like Ben, Jay, Abby, and Donna, and it was so mental. It was so weird, but it just worked. It was just fun. Yeah, I'd love to see her back, honestly. Someone said also they got rid of all of Suki's kids except the stupidest one. Jags was such a sweet character. It's a shame they killed him off. Alright, I've never got to talk about this on the channel. I was a Jags enjoyer. He was, oh boy. He was like the fat middle brother. You know, but heart of gold. Tries to be enough, but he's just a bit shit. He's just a bit useless. Like, he was... Jags was great fun, and people fucking don't even... They just said, he's the worst Eastenders character. It's like, you say that every month. Keanu's been the worst Eastenders character for the last 11 months going, boys. Stop it. I miss Jags. Unfortunately, he only had a short contract. He wasn't going to be there long, so he got killed off because he didn't follow Suki's orders.
No, bring him back.
And Ben kind of... Well, he got sent into jail because Vinny attacked Martin with like a fucking fire extinguisher, but got blood on his jeans. And then fucking Suki like just planted it on Jags rather than actually allowing Vinny to take the rap for it. You know, what people will forget that Suki was a cold-hearted bitch when she arrived. You know, people still have good reason to dislike Suki with how much of a terrible person she was to her kids. And it's just, they've just made the character a lot more genuine with the Suki stuff. And, you know, but people, if people are saying, yeah, she was a bit of a fucking, like, asshole. She was. She definitely was. Yeah. There we are. Is it too soon to ask if we'll ever see Nadine again? Nadine being the escort that Jay was with. Honestly, yeah. I'd bring her back. Honestly, not as a Jay love interest, just as someone on the show. I think it'd be interesting to have another like lawyer type, because she was obviously studying law. Also, I'd like the idea if they didn't bring her back and she just looks like Lola. I'd like to think that maybe she was just a bit cynical and went, oh yeah, she died. Oh yeah, I'm fucking here. And like she just looked a bit different than what she did the last time we saw her.
Recast her.
No, don't recast her. Just don't make her wear fucking like tracksuit, you know? To give her a bit of a different look than what Lola would have worn. But yeah, the actress was good. Yeah, fine by me. Or someone says, yeah, Nadine would be a great addition. The Square could use more women in her age group. Yeah. Like, how's there so little 20-year-olds on the show? Like, you have Bernie, you have Felix, you have, Ben and Jay, maybe? You got Vinny? I guess you got Peter and Bobby, but, like, I guess Priya, but, like, none of them are actually mates. Like, none of them are friends. They all have one mate, and that's it. Like, start intertwining everyone. I guess you have Bobby, Freddy, rather. Mate, fuck you, Strictly. I'm gonna keep calling Freddy's, like, Bobby Brazier, Freddy Slater. And I'm gonna sound like a dick. Someone says, Isaac was such a waste because we never get male mental health storylines. On E, every interesting mental health plot automatically goes to Ben. Aside from Lee, I can't really remember a male mental health story, especially not a personality disorder type like schizophrenia. Obviously, yeah, someone mentions Joe Wicks in the 90s. Yeah, it happened. Someone says Mick's anxiety having to cope with the realization of his sexual abuse. Yeah, he did get that as well. But that is Mick Carter. Like, he also got all the storylines. Like, someone says Joe Cotton. She had a great presence and Vicky Michelle was amazing. She would have made a better matriarch than Elaine. Yeah, but I feel like she would have had some of the same issues. I feel like she would have come across as too insincere or too fake. That people would have been like, oh, she's a terrible mum. I don't think, because Elaine's not supposed to be a good mum. Elaine's always put everything else above Linda. That's her character. That's who she is. Someone says, Sonia's lodger from a few months back, intriguing character, plus love the actor, was such a short-lived role, plus a very strange way to get rid of him. Instead of someone different and interesting, we get stuck with Reese.
You leave Reese alone.
Yeah, but I'm not even fucking... I'm not even a fan of... I don't even like Reese anymore.
Yeah, I can't like any characters now because I always bring it up, but every character I like turns out to be evil, and I'm just like, oh.
Yes. Someone says, sometimes they bring in random characters for short bursts to see how they fit in. I can only assume they did something with Ravi's baby mama. She seems to have disappeared. No, she didn't. She really didn't. They casted a whole new family. Fucking... And then someone goes, oh, whoops. Someone went, she was in today's episode. Whoops. At least they're not like, nah, you're fucking lying to me. As Umar and Darius Kazemi popped in for 4 episodes after Shaki died. Never heard again, really. No idea who that is. Someone says Clive Mitchell. No idea who that is either. Guys, literally Mitchell, he's Archie and Eric's brother. Gotta be some storyline potential there. Look, I had an Uncle Clive and he was a legend, so bring back Clive Mitchell. Do it. Fat Elvis. Well, there's no need for Fat Elvis now that Big Mo's gone. There we are. That's all people say for the short-term characters could have been more permanent. Obviously, this is struck with a lot of recency bias, so, you know, some, like, classic characters who probably, like, you know, short-term characters that should have been made more permanent. I mean, it kind of happened with Reese, didn't it? Like, Reese was here in December and then fucked off for, like, a good month and a half.
Yeah.
But hey, Ricky, is it? Like Piggy said earlier, Ricky's return was really good, and it gave a lot of reason to want the character back. But ultimately, one as of when this has been recorded, Malcolm, because he is great fun. But there we are. Tell us which short-term characters you wish were made more permanent. And yeah, just make sure to keep supporting us, keep watching the videos, and we are on the road to 300, just 3 away. And yeah, there we are. Thank you for watching. I've been Ash from Watching Walford, been joined by Piggy.
We might have hit 300 by the time this comes out, so if we do, sorry, lords and masters, and sirs, and they, them, and Mrs. and Misters. We're sorry to disappoint you. This was pre-recorded, so gonna leave you where there you go.
Sorry?
What?
What? What would you even say? What, you just made noise. Yeah, see you, boys. What? What's that even supposed to be? Yeah, see you, bye. That's not an outro. Fuck's sake. Recording the old video again. Double time. There we are. Thank you for watching. And as Piggy said, blah, 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 blah.